All right, we're back for another week of This Week in the Shop. This is actually a couple days late, doesn't matter in YouTube land, but we had Labor Day weekend and we were all getting ready for the Triple Crown of Rotting, which is in 2 days from today. However, I want to go over everything. John's 68 Camaro is ready for the street. Like I said, we've been super busy, but with all the extra weight, once we get it all assembled, we noticed the front ride height was a little low. This thing is running, we scaled it, it runs 3,660 pounds, 56% in the nose, 44 in the back. So it's a little heavier than what is normally run on these spec Camaros because of that twin turbo system. It's all weight ahead of the front axle. So we adjusted it up and we're gonna take it for a ride, make sure it's good. We're happy with this ride height. However, we wanna make sure that it's not too floaty or anything like that with that extra weight. Over here we have Ryan's 3rd gen F body. He just picked a long-term customer of ours that has a bunch of different projects, and he just picked up this Firebird formula that he wants to eventually turn it into a kit replica. So we're gonna backdate it. This is the late 3rd gen formula, front and rear bumpers, and he wants the kit car, which is an early 3rd gen. But for now, we're just going through it, doing miscellaneous maintenance, going through it. It's a super, super solid, rust-free car, so he's got a great project to start with. Over here, Justin's 79 F250 is coming along. Jack's been doing a good job of all the wiring and getting all the systems in place. You can see over here we've got our circuit breakers, our power lug, our ground lug. He's got kind of putting a home for everything. So it's coming along really good, really, really nice. And then over here we have, well, this is actually Justin's core support with the Wizard cooling radiator and fan combination. This thing will have zero problems keeping cool in the hottest of weather. We almost exclusively use Wizard cooling radiators just because their performance is just, to us, unmatched. Steve's 67 Chevelle. The chassis is assembled. Joe's finishing it up. We got the motor and the trans mated, and 6-speed manual. It's she's looking pretty, and it is Tuesday around 2:30, and we are hoping to have the body and chassis mated tomorrow for the truck and trailer to leave to go to the Triple Crown of Rotting, so we can have this thing on display at the show under construction. We like to throw the under construction projects out there at shows just to so people can see how they come along and come together, see them apart, because that really explains the full story of a build. Is what does it look like behind the scenes? You know, you cover it all up. We want to, you know, we're kind of striving to make every part of the car really, really nice. So Joe's just finishing up getting the rear coilovers installed. We have Joe's 60-something Corvette convertible. It has 67 fenders. Don't know if it's a 67, to be honest with you, but it's kind of a street freak. It's got flared fenders, Kragers, but it's powered by a naturally aspirated modern 427 LS. So she'll scoot together. We had some small little things that we had to get together on this thing. So we're just going through the whole car, making sure she's good, and then it's gonna hit the dyno, get dyno run, and see what she makes. And then back to Steve's 67 Chevelle up on the lift, just waiting to be married. We're gonna have a nice marriage today, so you can just see super clean, undercoated, ready to go. Like I've said in the past, I think this is the most extensive as far as NVH. It's got this DEI sprayable insulation inside, outside, everywhere. Even areas that you can't get to. When the sheet metal was off the car, we coated 100% of the backsides of all the sheet metal. So this thing will be going back together for good, for hopefully forever. We got Rick's 92 CK 1500 OBS going together. Chad's working on getting the tubs back in. Chad was on vacation last week, so we didn't get a ton done on this. We like to keep one technician on a car at a time, and then so Chad will get this thing whipped up into shape over the next few weeks. And then Joe's back on CJ's car later this week. Once he finishes with Steve's chassis, he'll be working on getting the quarters installed, all that fun stuff. We got two brand new spec chassis over here. One that is, we've been praying to the Roadster Shop guys for years and years. I've been in their ears for years about a spec Fox body chassis, and they made it. I'm sure if you're watching this video, you've seen it done before. They came out with it last year at SEMA. We're Fox body guys at heart. My first car, technically my first car wasn't a Fox body, but my first car I fell in love with was a Fox body Mustang. Super cool, bolt-in. It's covered now. You'll see it again. We're going to introduce the project. We have introduced the project. It's an 83 T-Top LX, GLX notchback. We have a really cool theme in store for it. So it's going to be powered by a Whipple supercharged Godzilla with the TKX, and it's going to be stiff because it's now a full chassis car. You're no longer going to be relying solely on the floor pans and kind of outdated subframe connectors. This is a fully bolt-in chassis for a Fox body Mustang. We also have a spec chassis here for Don's 67 Camaro convertible. Same thing, same concept. They're like a wet noodle going down the road, even with the best subframe connectors. So, especially it being a convertible, we decided to slap this one on a Roadster Shop spec chassis. It's going to be really cool. A very, very OEM plus build. It'll be red with black stripes, black top, kind of stockish black interior. An LS3 GM 525 outfitted to look like a small block. Just a super timeless classic look, but it's going to perform like nothing else. And then over here we have Holley's 85 K10, sorry. All these Chevy trucks are getting me confused. We got these painted last week. This is Axalta's G9900 Super Jet Black. Dakota just absolutely knocked it out of the park getting this stuff laid down. 6 coats of clear, nice fat layer of clear so that we can sand and buff this thing down. This was the first round of parts, and then we'll be getting, you'll see in a couple minutes, the cab, just a few more parts that we got to paint for Holley's truck, but super nice, laid down really, really nice. And then we're gonna do a cool strobe red stripe effect on the rockers that you'll see in the future. And then over here, you may have noticed that you didn't see Bill's 67 Camaro. That is actually in the trailer, ready to head to the Triple Crown of Rotting. It's another under construction project that we're gonna bring. And also Tom's 70 Chevelle that we replaced the fiberglass doors with steel doors. They're on the car. I'll throw a little B-roll in this video so you guys can see both of those cars out at the Triple Crown of Rotting. The steel doors are just miles ahead of what those fiberglass doors were. The fit, the finish, everything came out really nice. Dakota got them painted. I got them buffed and installed, and the car just feels better. You open the door, they shut solid, they line up better. So it's just something that we did that just kind of brings the car over the top, kind of matches the rest of the car. And then Dakota's getting the rest of the interior parts, trim parts, windshield reveal molding, steering column, vent window components for Bill's 67 Camaro painted matte black. Everything's going to be black, and then we have a couple interior parts that are going to get shot the interior color, so everything matches and looks really, really nice. We got the center stack from East Bay Muscle Cars, billet aluminum, just a super nice piece, and it accepts the Vintage Air digital heater controls that we're going to be running on this, and then you can put a couple either switches or you know, a phone jack in there, and then it has the register right here for the heating and air vent. And then right here we have Jeff's 66 C10, done, completed. Over the weekend, we put about 250 miles on it, and it did flawless, did great. Made about 350 to the tire on the dyno 2 weeks ago, so she's running good. Looks really nice, came along really nicely. And then finally back here, we have the rest of Holly's parts going together. Cowl panel, grill filler, cab, and hood. So Brian's just getting everything final blocked and sanded, ready for paint. And then when Brian is done with this, we have a 88 Mustang that had a run-in with a deer. You'll see that in the next video. I'll throw up a little B-roll of that thing. He's going to be upgrading the hood. We're going to be doing the repair. It's a small deer hit, but now's the time to put a nice Cervini's cowl hood on it and get it fixed and making it look better than ever. So if you want to continue to watch these videos, make sure you subscribe and like this video. If you have any questions and want any information on how to get your car to the shop, to be in the shop, this week in the shop, let me know. Again, my email is info@blueskyperformanceandrestoration.com. And feel free to follow us on Instagram and Facebook, Blue Sky Performance Jesse, and Blue Sky Performance, and Blue Sky Performance Jeff. And then on Facebook, it's Blue Sky Performance and Restoration. We'll see you next time.